Hey, Ben.
Not in the mood. Not in the mood.
I'm just gonna upload this as Grumpy Ben.
Probably should do that.
What did you do today, Ben?
Went. It was the last day of classes.
That's exciting.
Yeah, went to my last classes today. It was fun. Then I was done with classes, and then I just sort of sat around. And then I was just sort of bored all day. I guess I should be studying, but I still have 3 days to study for chemistry, minus rearranging our room and packing.
Did you finish Game of Thrones yet?
No, I have 70 pages left. Actually, instead of finishing Game of Thrones tonight, I watched all season 1 of Workaholics, because I just saw it on Netflix, and they don't have season 2. That was a pretty good show. Actually, it was more than pretty good. It's pretty great.
That's great.
Pretty great, I'd say.
Are you excited, Ben?
For what?
Summer break Cancun? Couldn't make it for spring break.
I
We have
did.
all summer.
I went in spring.
No, you didn't.
Where were you?
Don't lie.
I went in spring. Where were you?
Me? Did you? I didn't see you then.
Spring break? How can you have spring break Cancun 2012 and not go to spring break Cancun 2012, Tyler? We were talking about it for months.
What's in the future for the Benetton? The near future.
How far in the future?
The next 2 weeks. Next 3 months.
3 months? Well, 3 months our lease starts.
Plan out every day for the next 3 months.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up really late. I hope they didn't hear that swallow. It was a pretty loud swallow on the camera.
I didn't even hear it.
Really?
He's just trying to make you feel.
Keen ears. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up really late. Ouch. And I guess we're gonna start rearranging the room at some point. And I'm gonna wear these socks. Planning out my wardrobe, these socks. And on Saturday, probably gonna study. On Sunday, probably gonna study. Then on Monday, I have a chemistry test at 10:30 till 12:30. Gonna do alright. Not promising anything spectacular. Then on Tuesday I don't have any tests. So I will study for my next test on Wednesday, which is physics. Which I don't know where that is. The physics exam room. I need to find that. Then Wednesday night, my family's coming.
Woo! Hollander party!
So we're probably gonna go out.
Shout out to all the Hollanders from Tyler.
You can't do that.
Just did.
Okay. So I'm gonna study Wednesday for my math test on Thursday, and then on Thursday, after my math test, we're driving home, and I'll be home. It's Tate's birthday on Thursday, June 14th. I'm ruining his birthday. He's turning 21.
Woo!
Yeah. That's my next week.
What made you happy in the past 2 days?
I don't keep track.
You know what I'm going for. You know.
Do I?
Yeah.
Was it going into office hours?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You were way too excited.
I didn't go. I'm going to admit, I did not go to my math class on Wednesday morning at 9 in the morning. I was too tired, but I knew he was handing back the test. So then later that day, I went to his office hours. Professor Lawrence Marks, and I got my test back from him. But anyway, right when I walked into his office hours, I was wondering if I could get my test back, and he said, "Yes, your name is Ben, right?" And I was like, he knows my name. And it just made me really excited because college professors, at least at a public university, they have a class of like, the smallest classes I've been in is 100, and like the biggest class I've been in is like over 500. So like for the professor to know your name is a pretty big deal to me. So I was like, oh my god, he knows my name. And then he handed back the test.
Boo!
80 out of 200. Just kidding, it's out of 100. Oh, no. But what even made me more happy was that, like, the TA goes through it, as you can see. The TA goes through.
Can't. There we go. I can see.
Okay, the TA goes through with his red Sharpie. But then the professor goes through with his red pen. And so the TA, I got this one completely right. I was like, oh, I really know what I'm doing on this one. And so then he wrote, the professor took his time and his precious red ink to write good. Look at that. This is glorious.
That's fangirling for his professor really hard.
I'm fangirling for my skills at math, actually. Look at this.
No, just being conceited.
I do math. Taylor Willett, shout out, I do math. So yeah, pretty much my professor's favorite student.
This is extremely long.
Whatever.
YOLO.
Don't say that. Solve the riddle.
I don't get the riddle, Ben.
I do after watching
No.
after watching Workaholics. I get the
You should go into Tubadakis' life office hours. Explain it to him.
I'd rather not.
Oh yeah. Tubadakis.
Oh.
The last lecture.
Nobody's even gonna watch this, it's too long. Anyway, so Tupadakis, whenever he has a last lecture, he always just does something really crazy. Like this guy, he cares more about teaching people how to enjoy their lives and be happy in life than teaching chemistry, so that's what he does. So for his last lecture on Wednesday, so he was stopping, last lectures normally stop a little while, not a little while, maybe 10-15 minutes before the actual class ends to fill out course evaluations or whatever. But Tupadakis was stopping over 20 minutes before, and like TAs came and like we're all ready to hand out the evaluations, but then Tupadakis just gives this speech. He's been giving these speeches ever since fall quarter 2A, and I was like, okay, I get what you're trying to tell me, like, I get it, for the most part. Anyway, he just gives this long speech, and then what's even longer is he stared into every single person. He stared into their eyes. Every single person, he looked into their eyes for at least 5 seconds per person. He was like that. And it was just really, really unsettling. And this lasted 15 minutes? A little bit less, maybe? Anyway, that was really unsettling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any final words, Ben?
No.